All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the main conspiracy. I'm Jeremy, and we got a good one for you. Another good one. But I want to start with has anybody else noticed with commercials on these platforms, YouTube, uh, any other platform? I notice it a lot on YouTube because I watch a lot of YouTube. That's where I get a good chunk of my news and information. Yeah, well, beggars can't be choosers, dude. But there's a lot of good news on there. But has anybody else noticed all the commercials on there are AI now? Like I can tell the difference. You know what I mean? What's up with this? And these are all commercials peddling bullshit. Like whatever they're selling, it's bullshit. I don't know. I just find it really annoying. It's like, really? You expect me to buy that product and you can't have real people in your commercials? Like, this is all AI. Fake. Fake. So your product is probably fake. These people are stupid, dude. Gotta stop playing their game, guys. Gonna be a slave until you stop playing. Also, make sure you sign the Full Disclosure Act. So important. Please do that. It's a matter of minutes. You know what I mean? If you care about your country and the future of your country, and you're tired of all the evil, unfairness, and bullshit going on, then get your ass on there and sign the Full Disclosure Act. What is wrong with you people? I mean, come on. Opinion, you don't have any right to bitch. Go sit in the fucking corner with the rest of the dumb shits and shut up. Oh, and get some Lethal 22 gear. I'm working on it, waiting for my paycheck. I'm definitely doing it. And yes, I have begun a homemade shirt. Well, it's nice to have a custom. And like I said, I'm pretty good at doing it, so nobody will have what I got. Okay. Also wanted to mention what's up with this whole our birthright citizenship being revoked, taken away. Who the fuck do these people think they are, dude? Oh, I know who they are. They're fucking Zionist Jews who work for Israel. Period. They're coming and they pretty much have taken over the US. You know what I mean? So they're expanding Israel. I'm guessing that'll be like a home base, and under that they'll be able to control the US, So those of us who push back and tell them to go fuck themselves and that we're going to fight to the death, they're going to kick us out. Kick us out of our own country because they're little girls, they're little babies who can't get what they want. Why can't they go somewhere else? There's plenty of land out there that has not been discovered. They're lying to us guys. There's more land than you could possibly imagine. Why don't they go there and live and do all this perverted evil shit over there? Get the fuck out of our country, dude. I don't know if any of you knew that. I mean, but that's you're fucking with the wrong people, in my opinion. You think you're kicking me out of my own goddamn country? I was born here, dude. You're not sending me or any of us to another country where we don't know the customs or the language or the way they live. You know what I mean? What the fuck is that? Eat shit. Oh, these people, dude. They're fucking with the wrong ones. They're fucking with the wrong ones. Like I said, this whole country, we have more guns and ammunition and weapons than a lot of other countries, okay? You don't fuck with the citizens of the United States. You just don't do it. It's a bad idea. The way I see it, if you want to go, dude, yeah, a lot of people are going to die, but I can guarantee you one thing. We will prevail. 100%. And I'm actually looking into revoking my social security number. I'm done. I don't want to be part of this system. I didn't sign up for this shit, and I'm not going to be a part of it. I suggest you guys look into it. It is possible. I actually have a lot of information on how to do it. That once I get it, you know, written down in a shorter, so I'm not sitting here reading page after page after page to you. But I'll explain how you can do this. Chances are they won't put my video up, but just in case if they do, you have every right to escape. None of us signed up for this shit. We just want peace, love, and harmony. We just want to live our lives, dude. And a lot of, they're all over the world, people, that's all they want. That's definitely one thing that we all have in common. We just want to be left the fuck alone. Let us live our lives, raise our families, and have fun. These people don't know what any of that's like. Christ, they kill and eat their own. And they call us animals? The Goyim? We're animals? No, no. Take a look in the fucking mirror, you fucking Jew bastard. But yes, I will get that typed up in a shorter version, and I'll explain how you can revoke your Social Security. Basically, how to be dead to the system without being dead. And the last thing I will say before I start this video is that you guys got to stop being pussies and change your lives. Don't worry about your job. Don't worry about all these things that you're dependent on because of this system. You don't need them. None of us need them. We think we do, but we don't. And I know this. And I know a lot of you out there know it too. But for the rest of you guys, stop being pussies. Stand the fuck up. Fight for what you believe in. Join us. Change your lives. There's no change without change. Sorry, but it's true. With no further ado, into the video. Enjoy.
Has been forced to apologize to the Jewish community.
They sucked them like leeches. I was so tired of it. They start out the most popular person in the world, make a lot of money, big house, cars, and everything, end up with penniless. Huge conspiracy. The Jews do it on purpose.
How do you think he died? You've been quoted as saying you believe it may have been murder. Do you still think that?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why are you so
I would
sure?
never, ever think differently. Because first of all, Michael told me that they were going to murder him. He was afraid. He was afraid for his life. Who was going to murder him? The people that were involved in his life, the people that were controlling him. We share that same life where people come into your life, wiggle their way in, control you, manipulate, control your funds, your finances, everything that you have, and you must do what they tell you to do.
The record companies really, really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can. I'm tired of how the press is manipulating everything that's been happening in this situation. They do not tell the truth. They're liars. They manipulate our history books. The history books are not true. It's a lie. The history books are lying. You need to know that. You must know that.
Sue me,
Michael Jackson has been forced to apologize to the...
Do you know about alchemical sexual alchemy? There's 33 vertebrae in your spine. There's 33 years in the life of Jesus. So this substance comes from your medulla, makes the trip down your spine to your sacrum, which is Christ coming down into human form. Yeah. And if you don't squander that essence, that sexual essence, it ascends again and goes back up to heaven, which is your thing. It's also the story of Santa Claus. Why he comes down the chimney is because this juice or this whatever substance actually passes what's called the claustrum, which is where they got Santa Claus. So it goes down the chimney and back up the chimney.
I have made it clear to the Israeli leadership that I do not support their expansionist ideas. The indigenous people of that land have rights that cannot be ignored. We must find a fair solution, not one dictated by any single group. I have made it clear to the Israeli leadership that I do not support their expansionist ideas. The indigenous people of that land have rights that cannot be ignored. We must find a fair solution, not one dictated by any single group.
Sometimes my dad would just pull his pants down.
Hey!
Will is always, Will is always playing. He plays. Okay.
Brother, kiss my son. Kiss my son. Jaden, come on.
Jaden jumped up and ran.
No, not on the set he wasn't trying to kiss me, but after the set he'll try to kiss me or anywhere else.
So what do you think? Is Jaden still too old to get kissed by his dear old dad?
And I always find something wrong.
Below the fire, I saw from the corner, boom, 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 boom. Just like 20 straight hits. Just
detonated.
Plan to take down a building. Boom, 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 boom.
All the way down. So it's like boom, 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 boom.
From far away, boom, boom. And you heard the boom, 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 boom.
The same kind of detonations were heard during the collapse of the North Tower.
Second tower, number one, the second tower collapsed. It was the exact same series of detonations.
A lesson in rocket science today. Okay. Rocket science all traced back to one guy. His name is Jack Parsons. Jack Parsons was a student of Aleister Crowley, the English black magician and occultist, who made it his life's mission to traverse the globe, collect all of the different esoteric and occultic knowledges and disciplines that he could, and then repackage them into something we know as pop culture. The guy's whole fucking mission was to like take all of the forbidden knowledge that he could and make it like digestible for mankind, specifically the West. And anyway, so Jack Parsons, who's a documented pedophile and admitted student of the dark arts, also best friends with L. Ron Hubbard. He's the one who innovated rocket science. You gotta understand. And you know what? I'll read you guys this just so this is off Wikipedia, by the way, just so you know the kind of shit this guy was up to. In 1945, Parsons began a series of rituals based on Enochian magic, during which he masturbated onto magical tablets. Describing this magical operation as the Babylon working, he hoped to bring about the incarnation of Thelamite goddess Babylon onto Earth. He allowed Hubbard to take part as his scribe, believing that he was particularly sensitive to detecting magical phenomena. As described by Richard Metzger, Parsons jerked off in the name of spiritual advancement, while Hubbard scanned the astral plane for signs and visions. Anyway, rockets are like obelisks, just like the Tower of Babel. It's a symbol of phallic worship, dick worship. So basically all these NASA missions and like Operation Fishbowl, where they tried to like nuke the firmament, all of this is basically just a bunch of fucking perverted freaks trying to shoot dicks at heaven. They're trying to shoot dicks at God. It's like third grader shit. It's literally just like a bunch of perverted freaks that are obsessed with dicks, that hate the truth and hate God.
Okay, this is what Yahweh promised to Abraham in the Bible. As you can see, it's pretty huge. It's the entire Middle East. It extends from the Nile to the Euphrates in Iraq. Okay, it's a huge area. And if you say the Israelis want to achieve the Greater Israel Project, they call you a conspiracy theorist. Like, we don't want that, okay? But explain two things to me. First of all, why is the Greater Israel map on a chevron of an IDF soldier, okay? These are soldiers, Israeli soldiers, and they wear the insignia of the Greater Israel Project, okay? This is the map. Also, if you look at the flag of Israel, there are two blue lines, right? These represent rivers, the Nile and the Euphrates. All right? So if it's a conspiracy theory, then how do you explain these two things? All right, but I want to argue you know what? Pax Judaica, it's not about Israel or the Greater Israel Project. What it is ultimately is an alliance of transnational capital, multinationals like Google and Meta, and intelligence agencies that will be based in Jerusalem, okay? So secret societies will be based in Jerusalem, and they will use it as a headquarters for their global conspiracy. But, and they will profit from chaos and conflict around the world because they think that this is the culmination of the prophecy. But it doesn't necessarily mean that Jews will be in charge. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Okay, so it's a much more complicated idea than people think it is. All right. So where do we get this stupid idea from? Okay, it actually starts with Isaac Newton. So Isaac Newton, you learn about him in physics class, you learn that he's the founder of calculus, you learn about Newtonian mechanics, okay? But actually, these are just side projects of his. That was not his focus. He spent most of his life focusing on reading the Bible to understand the grand plan of God. And he wrote a book called Observations upon the Prophecy of Daniel and the Apocalypse of St. John, okay? That's where his focus was. And he believed he found the Bible code. And he was a member of secret societies. He was a member of the British elite. And if someone like Isaac Newton is telling you, like, this is what the Bible says, and this guy who found a calculus and who developed the 3 laws of motion, you'll probably believe him.
So the blockade's not going very well, huh? Every single thing that Donald Trump has said about this war has not happened. Nothing he wants is going to come to fruition. Everything Iran wants seems to be happening. It seems like we're losing this war, but follow the almost above average where we break this stuff down.
You want to go outside the country, or you're already outside the country, get a hold of Antonio Jimenez, Dr. Antonio Jimenez. He's got clinics in Tijuana and in Cancun, and he's been curing for 35 years people all naturally from any cancer on earth. You've got to consult those individuals.
And because I know this situation, I know that she was expected at one point 2 weeks ago to be dead in a couple hours. So I think Julie's saying, what emergency thing would you do, if anything, to help?
Number one, I would slap a 7 milligram nicotine patch onto her, and I'm not joking. And then the next thing I would do, you have got to get the book, The 1 Minute Cure, and you need to start giving her food-grade hydrogen peroxide orally. It is known to cure almost every cancer on Earth, and if you study with me, you'll learn why. Every cancer on Earth is either parasitic or created by venoms, and hydrogen peroxide is a cure for both.
How much hydrogen peroxide? Is that strong? It's food, how much, a teaspoon or what?
Yep, food-grade hydrogen peroxide. You can get it at earthharmony.com. It's 6% food-grade hydrogen peroxide. We actually helped develop that to make sure it was clean, pure, non-toxic. So you take that and you actually only put like 3 to 4 drops in 6 to 8 ounces of water. And then you drink that. Upwards of 20 drops. You work up on the drops. You start on day 1 with 3 and you drink it. And in the book, The 1 Minute Cure, there's over 100 people who cured every single cancer on Earth, and they were told it was terminal, they would die, and they used hydrogen peroxide to do it.
Are you the author of that?
That to get to a certain level in Hollywood, these famous people have to sacrifice their firstborn child. Is that a crazy thing to say?
I've heard, okay, let me just say for the record, I don't know any of this to be, or like I can't prove what I'm about to say. If you ask me what I can prove, I can't prove this. But if you ask me what I believe,
yeah,
I believe that there is a club, and I do believe that there are certain people that to attain certain stature or certain level of influence or power, fame, whatever, you're required to either sacrifice a blood sacrifice, whether it be a mom or a relative or whatever, or transition one of your kids, because it's all worshiping their God, their false God.
So what are the signs that you see that make you think that that's true?
Well, how many, what do you mean? Go Google your stars and see how many of them lost a parent or how many of them lost a kid, died in accidents or died during, a certain period of time in their life. Go Google, go see how many stars have transgender kids. Who do you think's pushing that? Where do you think that comes from? That is Baphomet. That is satanic.
It's dark.
It's evil.
It's very dark.
When you heard that he died?
Shock, and I didn't believe it. And I didn't want to believe it because it just seemed wrong. Didn't seem like the right time. He seemed to have too many other things to do and say. And it's still very, sorry.
Children's blood is an anti-aging device. This is just really sick and disgusting, but it's a fact. It's a chemical fact. Republican Party has historically been the party that is most connected to Wall Street, the Illuminati, and the Satanists that use pedophilia, as well as if you drink adrenalized children's blood, which is to say you terrorize the child, not just with sodomy, but with torture and with other satanic ritual things. If you adrenalize the child's blood before you kill them and drink their blood, this is a doubly effective anti-aging device. You can also harvest children's bone marrow. So children are being killed for their bone marrow as an anti-aging device for the elite. I don't make this stuff up. It's gone on throughout history. This is not new, and it's not unique to the Americans.
Hey. Are you even paying attention to me right now? Hey. Are you even paying attention to me right now? Hey. Are you even paying attention to me right now?
طلعت رفاعي هون، طلعت رفاعي بربور.
بسرعة
Jews died at Auschwitz? Less than 20,000. In all these satellite camps, including Auschwitz, and they died not of gassing. There was not a single gas chamber in all of National Socialist-dominated Europe, because the killing method of executing, whether criminal spies, traitors, saboteurs, whatever, in Europe, in every Gentile country in Europe, never ever historically was gas. The only nation that ever had this fetish of gas chambers, which is the most complicated, idiotic, and expensive way of killing people, was the United States.
Like 33.
I think I had it. It was like 33 minutes before he was killed.
Charlie Kirk was assassinated at UVU, about a 33-hour manhunt.
For 33 hours, I was...
33 hours. We have made historic progress for Charlie.
All cheesy, like 33.
I think I had it. It was like 33 minutes before he was killed.
Charlie Kirk was assassinated at UVU, about a 33-hour manhunt.
For 33 hours, I was...
33 hours. We have made historic progress for Charlie.
Deeper point, man. And I don't mean to do this every time I'm on, but you have such a crazy power that if you're not careful, folks from deep, dark wells of perspective are gonna infiltrate your shit. These people are very organized, man. It's like they're organized, is what I'm saying.
All those people that are organized, they can come hang out with us.
They're letting fucking politicians slurp on kids. All of our fucking money goes to Israel and they're using it to fucking genocide people. It's like everybody is scared out of their wits right now. It's like our religious leaders are afraid to speak out, and it's like it's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us and our religious leaders are fucking talking about bullshit at the poll. It's just like, what is going... I don't know, man.
We gotta get you off those antidepressants, son. You're losing your fucking marbles.
You think I am?
Come hang out with us. Just chill out.
I'm here.
Just chill out at the mothership tonight.
That feeling when it's like everything's slipping away and you don't want to believe it, so you look for answers somewhere else. But I mean, think about it for a minute. If everybody is in on it, I'd have to be in on it too.
No puede ser. ¿Es real?
Many wonder, what do they gain by deceiving us about the shape of the earth? If this has gone on for centuries, it's for something really big. If Earth is the world and the center of the cosmos, everything that exists within an ordered, finite structure, then all life unfolds here. It's the home of humanity and therefore has fundamental importance. What we observe is that the heavenly bodies move around us year after year, day after day. We see the sun rise in the east, climb higher, then continue moving west until it sets. Same with the moon and stars. We see them move that way, east to west, wherever you are. All part of a perfect cyclical system that serves a function for this world. The ancestors of every culture knew this. That's why astrology, the alignments of the stars, are measurable, calculable, and repeatable across the centuries. All ancient cosmologies described Earth as an extended plane. Stable, created, habitable, special for life. If Earth is a motionless center, the place of life in this reality, the ideas of God, creation, and human purpose are resplendent. Knowing this, Earth could have more than we imagine, more territories and resources, more secrets. But if those in power over the majority decided at some point in history long ago to hide the truth, making us believe as humanity that we live in a limited spherical world where there's nothing more to know, nowhere to go, where everything's already discovered and we're insignificant, that everything arose from a big explosion, that we evolved from apes, that we're in a world lost and drifting by chance in an infinite universe of chaos of unimaginable sizes and speeds. If we're told Earth is just one of countless planets orbiting countless stars in a universe full of galaxies, then it's hard to believe everything was created with a special purpose for us, or that there's a divine plan focused on humanity. We've been moved physically and spiritually from a place of supreme importance to one of complete indifference and insignificance. With that idea, everything becomes empty and meaningless, and those in power have more control over us. What do you think?
The time traveler and Nikola Tesla made it possible. In 1943, Nikola Tesla died in a New York hotel. Among his confiscated belongings was a formula he called the chrono-frequency equation, a theoretical method of bending time using electromagnetic fields. The government took his papers and gave them to John Trump, Donald Trump's uncle, who claimed they were worthless. But this is where it gets scary. Soon after, the U.S. Navy began Project Rainbow using ideas taken from Tesla's secret notes. Officially, it was to make ships invisible to radar. But on October 28, 1943, the USS Eldridge disappeared without a trace from radar, then reappeared miles away. Seconds later, it was back in Philadelphia as if it had never moved. Years before any of this, in the late 1800s, a writer named Ingersoll Lockwood wrote a strange story about a boy named Baron Trump, guided by a man named John, who finds portals under New York. At first it was seen as fantasy, but over 100 years later, readers noticed odd links to the Trump family, even the name of Donald Trump's youngest son, Baron. Comment Tesla and I'll send you Tesla's secret document they've been hiding from you.
Whatever they told y'all, we come from copper. You are copper. You are copper. You are copper. You are not black. You are copper. You are not black. You are copper. This is what they said in the Bible. They said that Jesus had bronze feet, right? So Jesus also, if he was real in your life, right? He was black. He was melanated. He was copper, So
right.
You are copper. Stop saying you're black. Start saying you're copper.
Copper. Imagine if we was illuminated like we supposed to be. This would be normal for us. It'd be like that movie, like the Twilight movie.
Yeah.
Where he just where Edward or whatever his name was, he glittered, he glowed. It'd be like, bro, all it takes is for us to be illuminated to a certain point. And there's somebody out here, I know you know somebody out here melanated that's this complexion.
Guys and goddesses, you're beautiful. You are a copper, luminous being. You dark. If you darker than him, if you darker than me, know that. That's even, you're beautiful. You lighter, you still got copper in you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what skin complexion you are, but just know that, saying this was referenced in the Bible of the bronze people, of the melanated people, of the colored people, right?
At one point they said he was, in the old Bible, they said he was made with copper. He had copper colored skin, so this is literally the color that Jesus was supposedly, you know what I'm saying? So
most definitely.
Schizophrenia, a psyop. There's a document in the Epstein files, file EFTA 000804775, that raises serious questions. It describes transmitters sending radio frequency signals, audio and visual, directly into a person's nervous system. Not just signals, but conditioning, capable of driving a person to suicide. Seemingly tactile, auditory, and visual hallucinations. Engineered. But wait, because there's a community called Targeted Individuals who have been reporting this exact experience for decades. Same symptoms, same claims. And just like Epstein victims, everyone calls us crazy. There's even footage of the Homeland Security Committee discussing related capabilities.
Guys, if your assessments here are correct, these are very covert weapons, aren't they?
That's correct. There's no entry or exit wound. How they're designed is to make the target feel like they're crazy, like they're imagining things.
Might that have something to do with part of the CIA's motive to cover up the existence of this tech and these weapons?
That is a very logical possibility.
There's a lot of reasons why the information might not be publicly released, but there are understandable reasons why the U.S. government has not revealed much of what it knows.
There are also older broadcasts, like early segments from InfoWars with Alex Jones, that touched on the same tech.
Ooh, that's a good point as a theory. They were programming him for a mass shooting, so he went to them.
Exactly. Having worked with a lot of these victims that are hearing voices that are being put into their head, not from schizophrenia, for years everyone has thought that the brain's too complex. That there's no way you'll ever control people. You do mind control. The brain's too complex to be controlled. And the fact is that it's just simply not. And that they could tell that the voices were responding to their thoughts. Some of them thought it was sub-vocalization, that they were just responding.
But really, they've got a computer reading it out the other side.
This episode can no longer be found on the InfoWars website, but look how young Alex Jones is at the time of filming. I've been at the receiving end of this technology since 2015, and it doesn't stop at hallucinations. The implication is deeper. Access to the mind, surveillance of your thoughts. Let that sink in. It's no wonder why the government wants you to believe that a VPN and encrypted messaging is safe and effective like the COVID vaccine. When civilian reports, government discussions, and the Epstein files start pointing in the same direction, you have to start wondering. Whether this is dismissed as illness or something else entirely, the question still stands. Is schizophrenia a psyop? If you want the answer, you're going to have to go deeper. Galactic Monk, signing off.
Specifically talking about hunting blacks. It's very peculiar because there's no sender on it. There's not even a redaction. They've taken the whole sender name off, and it's very mysterious, if you will. But it says the snipe hunt is over. Moon crickets in field bag. And moon crickets is an old racial slur for blacks, for slaves that would work overnight. And then he says, guess what? And then he drops a hard R right here. That's Epstein here.
And people say, oh, well, what's the big deal? We have even the BBC admitting these big globalist groups and organizations in Bosnian war zones doing these hunting things. This comes up over and over again, but give us the latest.
So yes, this has been going on for a long time. That it's always been talked about that these hunts happen, very similar to like a private ranch where you'd have turkeys running around and they're all enclosed in a place where they can't escape. So they would take humans that maybe didn't want to be raped anymore and were starting to fight, and then they'd say, all right, we're going to send you out in the field and we'll have our last little fun with you. They called it the most dangerous game. And then we have another email here from the Rothschild, Arian de Rothschild. It says, thrilling hunt. Amazing. Old male. Amazing hunt. Bankers should be careful. So
they're probably killing some globalists that made them mad. They'll also, and again, this is in so many cultures, so much documents, this always comes out, and it's over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, I have witnesses saying they were part of hunts. They'll usually kill one member of the hunt that's being hunted at Zorro Ranch. This just came out with Bohemian Grove. This just comes out over and over again.
Sometimes they would be on grounds at these different beautiful mansions where there were woods, and they were hunting parties. So we would be dressed up in certain costumes or naked or something and sent to hide and then be hunted. There would always be a child or maybe more than one unalived at the end of this. And actually, these people, I have seen cooked babies brought out on platters. They do eat human flesh. They do drink human blood. And sometimes the rituals would also be outdoors. So there would be like a gang violation ritual.
Seth ordered the attack. Like he told everybody that either he or one of the senators said, yes, Hegseth ordered that plane to go back and shoot those survivors.
Multiple reports cite sources saying that he or his team gave a verbal kill everyone order.
Mm-hmm.
And
just to point out, like,
he's been denying it ever since.
From the cells of other humans and other animals in vaccines is to trigger an autoimmune reaction. Now I'm going to set this up for everybody.
I feel sick.
This is to make you aware. This is the autoimmune industry complex. inject people without them asking or knowing DNA from other species and other humans into their body, you will wreck their immune system and create autoimmune diseases for life. Do you want to know how I know it?
No.
Real simply. Have you ever heard of a person getting an organ transplant?
Sure.
Yes.
Name an organ that they like to transplant.
Kidneys.
Kidneys are a good one. Yep. Kidneys, liver, hearts, right? You get all these, right? Lungs for pulmonary fibrosis. They have lots of organs they do transplants from. When a person you've ever known gets an organ transplant, that organ is coming from another human.
Yeah.
So they're finding someone who died or has sacrificed their own organ, and they're going to put that organ inside of your body. Let's give the kidney, for example. When they do that and they wake you up from the surgery, they then immediately prescribe to you 10 to 15 drugs for life that are called anti-rejection drugs.
Okay.
Your immune system's going to reject the organ and kill it. Why? Your immune system knows it ain't yours.
Foreign, yeah.
So it's going to go attack it. After it creates antibodies that totally destroy that organ, if you weren't on those drugs, that organ that you just received from somebody else has the DNA structure of kidneys. Guess what happens after it gets done attacking that kidney? It's going to be, those antibodies are floating around your body looking for what?
Kidneys?
Kidney cells, kidney tissue. They are going to then start attacking your kidneys, and you will develop autoimmunity of your kidneys, chronic kidney failure, and you will be on dialysis for life.
Jeez.
The body, we know, will reject and destroy any tissue that's foreign that isn't your DNA. This is a great design by God, by the way. Don't put other DNA in your body.
Right.
So now you put Cocker Spaniel DNA inside of a 6-month-old. You put hepatitis B inside of a 12-hour-old baby.
Yeah.
And you set them up for autoimmune diseases lifelong. This is why you get juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, juvenile diabetes, SIDS. Why did you get all these conditions of autism? This is
so
what
many more diseases.
Ready, my butterflies? Yes. LLP position, eyes on me. 1, 2, 3. Get ready to read all the words on this page without making a mistake. Read this word the fast way. Get ready.
Park.
Yes, park. What do these two letters say?
R.
Yes, R. Sound it out. Get ready.
R.
What word?
Park.
Yes, park. What do these two letters say?
R.
Yes, pick your reader up from under your seat. Open your book up to lesson 60 on page 153.
And I'm watching the child read. And then I see the press in the back of the room beginning to get the same message I just got. And I could see the horror etched on the face of the news people who had just gotten the same news. And so I waited for the appropriate moment to leave the classroom. I didn't want to do anything dramatic. I didn't want to, lurch out of the chair and scare the classroom full of children. And so I waited.
Try it again. Get ready for the beginning of that sentence. Get ready.
She played with her glove.
February 1956. In the heart of New York, Operation Big City was underway. A Ford Mercury, specially adapted with a hidden exhaust pipe, pumped out bacteria onto the streets of Manhattan. Undercover agents entered the city's subway system, their cases equipped with tiny motors, which covertly dispersed the bacteria Bacillus globuli. 10 years later, the Army returned. Light bulbs filled with bacteria were dropped in front of trains and down ventilation shafts to test how far the bacteria would spread through the subway system. For years, these public experiments were kept secret from the citizens of New York. The Army faithfully filmed its own experiments.
Controlled by a few corporations, thanks to deregulation by the FCC.
You mean Disney, Fox, Westinghouse, and good old GE?
They own networks from CBS to CNBC.
They can use them to say whatever they please. A footnote protects you from folks who doubt what you say.
But the big shots don't care. They're all sitting pretty thanks to corporate welfare.
What's that now?
They get billions in subsidies from the government. It's supposed to create jobs, but that's not how it's spent. They use tax and soft money to support congressmen who will overlap the programs again and again and let them dump toxic waste where the young ones play.
INTE made the bullets that shot JFK.
You contribute to this chain every time you buy a product sponsored on this show.
That's what NBC doesn't want you to know. Now the next time.
No, Mama.
هذه الضربة القوية اللي ورا الرفاعي. هاي الضربة القوية. يا زهراء يا زهراء بسرعة بسرعة يلا ابو جعفر حد الرئيس بري حد الرئيس بري حد الرئيس بري يا ابو جعفر هذا بيت الرئيس بري هون حطه لبيت الرئيس بري معلم
Honored to have a world changer, a history maker. One of the great voices of our generation, Ms. Oprah Winfrey, is right here on the front row with us. Hey, Oprah, glad to have you. All right. Awesome to have you. We love you. We pray for you. Oprah brought a friend with her today. He's an entrepreneur, an actor, just... Tyler Perry is with us as well. Mr. Tyler Perry. All right. Awesome. Well, thank y'all so much.
Patton was also very vocal in his resistance to U.S. Treasury Secretary Henry Morgenthau Jr.'s plan for post-war Germany, believing that the Americans would be seen as too harsh if it were fully enacted. It wasn't helped that Patton had made many remarks that bordered on anti-Semitism, aggravating certain sections of the US press against him. Writing of the destruction of Berlin, which he visited in late July 1945, Patton said, quote, "Berlin gave me the blues. We have destroyed what could have been a good race, and we are about to replace them with Mongolian savages, and all Europe will be communist," unquote. Patton became more and more obsessed with the Soviet threat and angry that America was, in his view, unnecessarily punishing the Germans instead of protecting Europe from the Soviets. Elements of the press in America, as I have said, had become rather anti-Patton. Small wonder that some people might have preferred it if so famous a leader as Patton was silenced.
Ladies and gentlemen, there was a very great lesson. You must remember this. We passed over a destroyed land, utterly destroyed. You who have not seen it do not know what hell looks like from the top. That's what Germany looks like.
To 2030, because everybody got to go then. What do you mean? Yeah, 2030 is over. Yeah, the Earth's gonna reset. Listen, it reset every 237 years. I told you this before.
That's not the age of Aquarius, is it?
Yeah, age of Aquarius now.
But 2030 is not when
that's when it reset. That's when it reset. Right now,
like it's gonna go black.
Nah, listen. I don't think you understand. Like right now, you got 3D and 5D, right? And like they on the same plane. It look like it, but it's splitting like this. So the more it's split, you're gonna have 3D over here and 5D over here. And then 3D, that's where death gonna be created. Right? And created, because death never been created yet. It's they trick you, make you think that you die. You ain't never died yet. Right? Death can be created by many people thinking about it, right? Listen, your mind create whatever you think about. So many people thinking about death now, death is about to be invented. A lot of people don't know this, Bob. Listen, so when death come invented, death will event. And now, what people call hell, that's gonna be hell, because everybody gonna be there in black and not know shit. Lost souls, gone. Never to return again.
A heart attack at any age, and Yaki Awaken even had a heart attack at age 21. You know, so all that, my children's young, I'm gonna feed them whatever they want, they can eat McDonald's, they're young. A lot of our parents have failed, right? And we got to understand that a lot of our parents have failed. They have failed by thinking we're young and they can give us donuts and any junk food. When people out here getting diabetes and heart attacks at age 21 like Yaki Awaken, right? They say it takes 20 years to get a heart attack, meaning if you're in your 20s or your 10s or 15s, you can get a heart attack by age 30. That's 20 years of eating bad if you're age 10, right? You're in your teens, every decision you do in your teens will affect you by the time you reach 30. People in their 30 who are sick, these are people who literally have been eating bad since their teens. They have never went vegan, they have never fasted, right? And if you don't want to fast, then go vegan. If you don't want to go vegan, then go ahead and fast.
Fucking point, do y'all not look around and go, all right, when does censorship become fucking treason? Because I'm tired of seeing videos like this on the internet one night, and then I wake up the next morning to talk about it to you guys, and it's already fucking taken down. This was a video of Benjamin Netanyahu in his interrogation, straight up saying, yeah, We control everything that's going on in Hamas or in Palestine and Gaza. We fund Hamas through Qatar. We send Qatar money. Qatar sends Hamas money. They control, and then we allow whatever attacks to happen. He admits this shit. He said, keep your enemies or your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. He thought they could control the narrative and how high the flames got. He out and out said all this shit, and American politicians and American media don't want to touch this shit with a 70,000 mile foot pole. I'm tired of this. If you are censoring this, if you are passing laws to litigate people talking about this and hold them accountable for spreading misinformation, fuck you. You're a treasonous bastard and you deserve to be hung. I don't care if it's an American politician, an Israeli politician, or anywhere else in this fucking world, a Christian, a Muslim, or a fucking Jew. I don't care. If you are censoring this, or the reason these things are happening, may the rope break your fucking neck. And by the way, America, Europe, they just said in Israel that they passed a law to start executing Palestinian prisoners. They kidnap children and call them prisoners. And you fucks take our money and fund it. You demonic pieces of shit.
The Nazis made sweets for children with swastikas on them. I was proud to eat those sweets. But I was even prouder when I was 5 years old, in school, and we'd go on walks or on visits, and I could wear my swastika armband.
This was all drilled into us quite deliberately, to the point that in 1934, when I was 10, that state of mind, with the uniforms and the Hitler salute, was quite natural. In fact, I didn't know anyone who was opposed to it.
Children. For Hitler, they were to be regarded as future soldiers of the Reich, with the best of them destined to join the SS.
My parents were devastated. I deeply hated Jews. I would never have sat next to a Jew at school. Never. They were quite simply not of our race. Jews were an abomination. Crooks, traitors, lazy, obsessed with money, cutthroats.
But they were alien to the German people.
In the youth organizations, budding SS members were given military training from an early age. Like in Sparta and ancient Greece, the state educated the children.
We used to like singing songs. The waves will close in on them. The world is at peace. It means the extermination of the Jews. They would be drowned, wiped out.
At the time, the extermination of Jews was not on the agenda. But the barriers were falling, like here at a carnival in Nuremberg, where an effigy of a Jew was hanged from a float.
Gilead's Handmaid's Tale, KKK focused world is what we're headed towards, and this birthright citizenship is a critical piece of this, and it will be weaponized downstream because if you can do one, you can do multiple, right? So who knows who's next on the chopping block? And people are like, oh, you're sensationalism. I'm like, no, they're trying to contort an amendment to kick out citizens of this country, regardless. Like, I don't care what you think about somebody's color, race, or any of that shit. They're an American-born citizen, and you're talking about taking them out of the country and deporting them and taking away their citizenship.
Yeah. By default of their race, we're going to send them back to a country they've never been a part of.
Exactly, because they were born here in America.
They're American, right?
And Trump, I don't know if you heard, Trump went to the Supreme Court. The first time a U.S. president has ever gone to listen to arguments at the Supreme Court, ever.
Cured herself. No chemo, no radiation, no surgery. Last year's was how to cleanse the causes of cancer was the whole theme. And we flew in all natural healing cancer doctors, MDs, who are oncologists, who use nature to help people around the world cure themselves of cancer. We brought them into the building and had them tell their stories. And one of those doctors cured herself of metastatic ovarian cancer in 2012, told she had 6 months to live. It was a 30-year nurse practitioner in a hospital. Her colleagues told her, if you did everything we tell you to, you'll be dead in 6 months. So she tells the story from the stage, how she went home, said, I wasn't going to die. I'm not ready to die. I got too much to do. So she ordered 6 books on natural healing principles and read those 60 books over 3 years, Laban. And she ultimately cured herself of ovarian cancer that had metastasized to her brain, 3 brain tumors. She had it in her esophagus, her stomach, her ovaries, her fallopian tubes, her uterus, her cervix, and her stomach. That's where it all was. And she cured herself. No chemo, no radiation, no surgery. She's there again at this Healing for the Ages too. But if you want to know how to cleanse the causes of cancer, and for all of you watching this going, but I don't have cancer, I don't need to clear that stuff. If you have diabetes, if you have migraine headaches, if you have lupus, if you have eczema, if you have psoriasis, you have all the same toxins in your body that cause cancer. It just hasn't developed to that level yet. You might want to start learning how to cleanse that crap now before you become a statistic in the cancer data world. So please go get the Healing for the Ages, Cleanse the Causes of Cancer replays from 2024. And the MyHa, Make Yourself Healthy Again, is now 2025, coming up tomorrow. If you can't be there, you can't get it virtually, you just don't have the time, you've got other stuff you got to do, you are working the graveyard shift at the hospital in Australia for the next 3 days, and you can't get there, got it. Get the replays, watch them later, and when you have time. And use the same code, Laban, L-A-B-A-N, because he's a rock star.
Green eyes. Are they? They're not blue. Now, don't tell me that. Look at me a little closer. They're green. I fooled you. I fooled you. Do you talk about getting married and having a family and things like that? No. You don't? What do you do when you're 11 years old for a date? Where do you go? What are some things you do?
We just walk home from school with each other.
Oh, you walk home from school with each other. Okay, what category? Do you hand out kisses, Jennifer? You look like a young lady who likes to give lots of hugs and kisses out, do you? Eh? Eh?
Not really.
Not really. Not really. Can I have a hug and a kiss? I can't have one?
Mm-mm.
Even if I say and whisper in your ear that, Allison, you're gonna win the show, I still can't have a hug and a kiss? Well, I guess you can't win the show then, if I don't get a hug and a kiss. Yeah, you hear that? Yeah, you hear that? That's a good answer. Oh, you.
Foundation is the biggest organized crime family that I know of. For example, Hillary Clinton took money from the Russians to sell American uranium to Russia. She took money from the Saudi Arabians to sell Syria and Yemen to Saudi Arabia and to justify ISIS and protect ISIS. Hillary Clinton is probably the single most corrupt politician in U.S. history since Lyndon Baines Johnson. And as Secretary of State, money would come into the Clinton Foundation and U.S. support would go out. And by the way, the reason we have 1,000 military bases is not for military power. They're lily pads for smuggling. That is how CIA smuggles gold, guns, drugs, cash, and small children for the elites in the United States. War is a profit center, not just for oil. War produces body parts. It produces orphans. It produces all kinds of human goods that can then be trafficked. And the banks rely on war and drugs for their cash flow, for their liquidity.
Made by a bunch of truthers. This is BBC. Told you this.
You're going to make this happen?
No. We're going to make models much cheaper than we photograph the models.
Fake newsreels?
That's fake newsreels. For the past 10 years, people have been looking at our fake newsreels and listening to our fake commentaries.
And they accept it for the truth. And you can do it. Stop 100 people in the street. How many of them have actually seen a missile or a satellite? They're just told they exist and they believe it.
Yeah, you're getting there. I knew you would. You didn't really believe there were all these things whizzing about up there, did you? Sputniks and rockets. Astronauts crossing their legs for 8 days.
How long has this been going on?
Since Hiroshima.
And the H-bomb, you mean, that doesn't work either?
Right. Dirty.
Very, very dirty.
What was your first reaction? Relief. Oh, yes. Yes, it has to be relief.
You say you can put out what pictures you like on television. Doesn't anybody try to stop you?
No, nobody wants to. 99.386% of the population wouldn't believe this conversation. And the rest are working for us. And they're the top minds, the really responsible people. Scare an ostrich, buries its head in the sand. You scare a hedgehog, it rolls itself up into a ball. When a woman's frightened, she goes out and buys herself a hat.
You mean you scare us so that we'll buy more, so that money moves quicker, production moves up?
We don't say scare when we talk about human beings. We say threaten them emotionally. And there are all sorts of ways, not just the big ones like the hydrogen bomb. Overcrowd them a little with bad planning. Sell them too many motor cars. Anything to keep them a little bit removed from reality. Nowadays, people don't work for money. They work for the idea of money. They don't even love for love. They love for the idea of love. They only hate for the idea of hate. It took us 5 years to find a non-addictive D gave them nice little hallucinations. Make them talk like 3-year-olds. Throw flowers at policemen. Politicians are easy to control. The grosser mentality boys who like to be photographed getting in and out of Daimlers and Whitehall. They come right at the bottom of our organization. A few rungs up the ladder, there are the people in the top secret factories. Just those in a position to know they're making weapons that don't really work.
There must come a time when somebody wants to use one of those weapons. I mean, somebody is standing there with a finger on the button.
Together and do one thing, stop participating. And when we do that, the game is over. When we literally say, Monday morning, we're not going to go to work. Imagine if 30 million people didn't go to work Monday. Imagine if 30 million people didn't buy gas on Monday. Imagine if 30 million people went to the bank on Monday and said, I want to withdraw all my money. They can't even give it to all 30 million because only 15% of the cash is available on hand at any given time. The rest is fake zeros and ones. That would collapse the banking system in one day. You see the power in that? You have the power. Well, we all have the power, but what's keeping us back from doing this? Fear. Oh my God, if I don't go to work, I'm going to get fired. And if they don't participate in it, and I'm the only one that doesn't show up for work, I'm going to lose out, and I'm not going to be able to pay my rent. I'm not going to be able to make my car payment, and so forth and so on. You see the trap they have us in? They have us in this system where we're afraid to work together. Man, we're brothers. We should be, link up. Let's do this together. That's right.
Israel. Oh, you don't like us now.
Did you flee because you guys are killing too many babies?
That's what you think.
Were you guys in the IOF?
IDF.
The IOF. You were in the IOF.
The occupation.
How many babies did you kill?
How many women did you rape?
You didn't kill babies?
How many children did you rape? We've seen it. You record it. You put it on your fucking hinge.
And
Do you
abroad
listen
my
to what
country.
they say?
Abroad my country. really proud.
You're proud to be a fucking sociopathic, sadistic. Everyone's talking about it. The entire world fucking is talking about it. You're worse than the Nazis, actually. You are worse.
People that been through the Holocaust.
You didn't go through the Holocaust.
You didn't go through the Holocaust. You're creating a Holocaust.
You guys are doing the Holocaust. You guys are doing a Holocaust right now. Yeah.
You created a Holocaust.
Slaughtering Palestinians. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine, you motherfuckers.
Oh my god, ew!
Funny. Ew! Real. Oh my god. Why are they all the same?
That's crazy. After coming off of a baby killing spree, they get to just come to New York City and fucking chill. I don't think that anyone like brought them into secondary screening, like coming into the United States of America. Oh Jesus. Fuck Israel! Fuck Israel until the day I die. Little settler colonial project. Our taxes go to you guys. Disgusting.
Hey, you don't
Disgusting.
You have.
They're baby killers.
You don't need to harass.
They are baby killers.
You don't know anything about him.
Yes, I do. They're fucking Israelis.
You need to quit harassing him. Okay?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the Spider-Man.
All right. Think about more truth. I am a truth compiler. Sitting here thinking about if I could, I'm going to do it at some point, but like all the videos I've watched and have used, it's quite a fucking few, man. Like, this is what I do in my spare time. I am just watching and learning. Dude, I don't have all the answers. Never claimed to. Never claimed to. But I know bullshit when I see it. And this world is full of it. We're the only ones who can make change. We need to unite. I see all these people saying the same thing. I hear it all the time. We need to unite. We need to unite. Well, is there a certain date that we do this? I mean, why aren't we doing this? Start being nice to each other. Say hi to people you don't know. Be like, hey, what's up, man? People walk back and forth. I go out for a smoke. Somebody walks by. Hey, what's up? They'll say hi to me, and I'm like, hey, no harm. I'm not saying invite them in for dinner or anything, but say hi. Be kind to one another. It's what it's about. That's how you start making some sort of change. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. That's a fact. You need to throw your phones away. Day is coming, dude. When I do the whole leave the system, dude, I'm going to take great pleasure in taking my phone, wherever the hell it is. See, it's not even near me. I don't even know where I put it. Fuck it. And I'm going to put it in the fucking river. Right in the river. I don't need it, dude. We don't need it. Did we need it like 30, 40 plus years ago? No. We never needed any of this technology, and we don't. Humans are quite capable of living a long, prosperous life without fucking technology. And I'm talking about digital kinds of technology, like your phone, even this fucking thing, laptop, computers, all these instances of the technological age. We don't need this shit, man. Let's go back to vinyl records. Let's go back to CDs, cassette tapes. Things were simpler, you know? And I want to say thank you to all the creators out there. Once again, without you, I couldn't be doing what I'm doing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all the work you put into your content so I can in turn share it. People need to know these things, dude, and you're not going to see be put up on any mainstream news, even on regular, YouTube, Rumble, or anything like that. This is the, raw fucking truth of it. So thank you again, guys. I love you with all my heart. And sign the Full Disclosure Act. What are you waiting for? Hop on. Do it. Get her done. And check out the Lethal 22 gear. Get some, man. What are you afraid of? You afraid somebody's going to pop a cap while you're walking down the street or fucking shoot up your house or something? That means you scared somebody. And I don't think anybody's going to be doing that. Just saying. If you keep living in fear, dude, you're never going to have a life worth living. Oh, stop playing the games. Stop playing the games. And with that said, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. And I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Watch out for one another. And watch your kids. Both eyes. Watch your children. We out.